Hello, Cowboys Nation. Welcome back to Fourth and Forever. I am JR Castillo, and it's Green Bay week. I guess we will start with the injury reports. It Tyler Booker he's missing 4 weeks, as we know. Cooper Beebe still out, gonna miss a few more weeks. CD Lamb, it would take some sort of miracle for CD Lamb to play at this point. He's going to be out for this game. On the positive side, Deron Bland has practiced this week. He was a full participant in practice yesterday, expected to be a full participant today. He told the media for Sunday Night Football that he is going to play. The Cowboys have not officially said anything, but it looks like Deron Bland will be rejoining the team on Sunday, which could only help. Can't get much worse, can it? Jadeveon Clowney is expected to make his Cowboys debut on Sunday. And after that, I think everything else is status quo. So as we're looking forward to this game, and I mean the focus in this game is simple. It's Micah Parsons returning. Packers, Cowboys. The Packers have just had our number, and that's what makes trading Micah Parsons to the Packers, I think, so just absolutely devastating. Is because it's a team that has just been the thorn in our ass, if you will, and here they are. Micah Parsons is on that team. I don't know how the Cowboys can win this game. I mean, there's many things. The things you have to look at for this game. Can the makeshift offensive line hold up? You know where Micah Parsons. I mean, he's looking at two buffets here at the tackle spots. If you put him over Terrence Steele, he's gonna be in the backfield all day. It's just no. He's just if Micah Parsons lines up over Terrence Steele, it's gonna be a really long day for the Cowboys offense. If he lines up over Tyler Guyton, it's probably still a long day, but Tyler Guyton's going to win some just on strength. So there you go. Here's your options. If he goes inside, well, the Cowboys are much better prepared for that, at least on the left side, because Tyler Smith can match up with him. I think Tyler Smith could shut him down. Problem is there's other spots he could rush from, and those spots, I just don't know if the Cowboys' offensive line could hold up. But for the that's the thing to look for is they're going to have to try to hold up some. Can the Cowboys continue to run the football? If they can continue to run the football, then they're going to have a chance. They need to try to run the football. This seems like a perfect week to activate Jadon Blue. It really seems like a good week to have Jadon Blue active because you're going to need to run football. And just having Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders, I don't think is enough. You need to switch it up and give every possible way to run the football. And Jadon Blue could be a little bit more of a threat in the receiving game than definitely than Sanders. Sanders is just he's just a step too slow at this point. So having Jadon Blue out there could help. This seems like the perfect time, and plus players have been bad. Let's start giving the next guys up a chance. Defense. Can the defense do anything? It's at this point, I'm not asking a lot. I don't think anybody at this point is asking a lot. Just don't be the worst thing ever. Can you just not be the worst thing ever? Can you just get in their way a little bit? Make them work for it. Just have somebody within 10 yards of the throw. How about that? If somebody can just be near a receiver when they're catching the ball, that would be amazing. That would be a step up. Make them make contested catches. That's how low the bar is at this point. It's like, yeah, they're gonna score. Can you at least be near them when they score though? That's pathetic. It's been pathetic on defense. I don't know if it gets any better this week, but Cleveland shut down the Packers offense. So any given Sunday, the pass rush. Uh, Here we are, it's week 4, and it's still might as well put the pass rush on a milk carton at this point because nobody's getting through. Just somebody can anybody offer any pass rush? And next man's up is Jadeveon Clowney. Can Jadeveon Clowney do anything pass rush wise to help this team? If he can, then they have his chance. If he can help, because it's just going to take one. It's going to take one person to get consistent pass rush to allow things to change a little bit. They're going to have to blitz more. Eberflus doesn't like to blitz, but you can't keep trying to just rush for them not do anything and your defense also not cover anything. You have to change something up. Throw some blitzes in there. Throw the linebackers in there because they're not covering anything anyway. You might as well just have them out here try to get the quarterback because they're not covering anything. They're not even covering open spaces. The spaces are too wide open, so they're not even getting into the open areas of the spaces. It's, I know it looks bad. It looks really bad. Uh, I can't even sugarcoat it. That's how bad it looks. It's horrible right now. So let's break it down. How did the Cowboys win? The Cowboys will win if they play keep away. The Cowboys are going to have to play keep away with the ball. It's that simple. They're going to have to try to hold this time of possession in an outrageous amount, and it still might not be enough. This is a scenario where you could make a case that the Cowboys could hold the ball for 30 to 40 minutes of the game time and still lose this game by a lot. By a lot. Because it comes down to when they hold the ball, can they get 7 points? And when they give the ball back to the Packers, can they prevent the Packers from scoring in 3 seconds? Because the Bears just scored the Bears could have scored whenever they wanted to. If they were a little bit better of a football team, they probably would have. They probably would have hung up 50 last week. It was that bad. Can the Cowboys get a pass rush? It, it's week 4. It's the 4th time I've said this. They have to be able to get a pass rush. If they don't get a pass rush, there's nothing they can do. Just some sort of. It doesn't even need to be sacks. They don't even have to get the actual sacks. Just make them throw it faster. Don't give them time to sit and find the wide open guys. Just make them get rid of the football. Can they protect the quarterback? It this week it's straight up. It's can they protect the quarterback? Dak needs time. He needs time to throw, and you need to have time to get people open because now you're down to Pickens and Jalen Tolbert, and we're back to the Jalen Tolbert experiment because well, that's the depth. The depth was Pickens and Lamb. You're gonna have to see step ups Cavante Turpin. Ryan Flournoy is going to have to play a little bit, and that's who I would go to. I would look at Ryan Flournoy as the guy, as the next man up. I don't. Tolbert's okay. Tolbert is what Tolbert is. Just he's an NFL receiver. I can tell you that. But is he a number 2? No. I don't even know if he's a 3. He's probably a 4. I would look. I would give Ryan Flournoy a real good shot here because I think he could be a 3. I think he has the potential to be a number 3 wide receiver in the NFL. He's already a 4. He's special teams guy. He can do everything. So give him a shot. I'd like to see him get a more expanded role in the offense. And our favorite thing, can they prevent mistakes? So far the answer's been no. The answer has been no every week. They cannot keep from shooting themselves in the foot, and here we are, week 4. They can't shoot themselves in the foot. You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit the turnovers. You cannot make dumb plays. And if you don't make the dumb plays, you can probably stay in the football game. because the dumb plays are preventing you from putting points on the board. That seems to be the mistakes are made more on the offensive side. Offensive special teams is where they are committing the penalties. Surprisingly, defense not committing that many penalties, but also to commit a penalty on defense, you sort of have to be near somebody, and they're never near anybody. So I guess that explains that one. The Cowboys will lose if they continue doing the exact same thing that they've been doing, and that is nothing. If they don't do anything, they're going to lose. It's that simple. There has to be a systematic change for this team to get any better right now. You add Deron Bland back, and yeah, that room is a little bit better, but if they're still making dumb mistakes, he's not going to be able to cover for everybody. He can do a better job with his guy. But if Trayvon Diggs slips at the line of scrimmage off a horrible one arm shove without safety help, well then what are you gonna do, right? If Malik Hooker stands flat foot and lets people run past him, there's not much you can do there. A lot of things they have to do something. They have to figure out something. And this is really the Cowboys are gonna lose if because this one is the most important thing. Without making a change, they're gonna lose. They have to make some sort of change. And I don't whether it's a schematic change, whether it's the change that they should make, to be honest with you, the change that they need to make is the Cowboys have preached change of culture this entire offseason going in since they named Brian Schottenheimer the head coach. The Cowboys have been we're changing the culture. We're changing the culture. We're going to change the culture. They keep screaming it from the mountaintops, and so at some part they have. Things aren't the same in Dallas right now. Things are different. It has a different feel to it. They've locked up players early for the first time in forever. I mean, they still need to get Brandon Aubrey, and I guess we're on day whatever of paid Brandon Aubrey, but can we do that now, please? But part of changing the culture is changing the things that the team was just bad at before. And one of those things is the team was too lenient on the vets in the past. The vets got too much leeway, and that needs to change. There are players that they're going to throw out here that just do not deserve to keep going out there because they're not good. Donovan Wilson. Why is Donovan Wilson still the starting safety? Put Wanye Thomas in. How much of a fall off could that be on tackling? Is the fall off from Wanye Thomas coming in, replacing Donovan Wilson, is the fall off in his tackling that gigantic to where the improvement in his coverage abilities gets washed out? I refuse to believe Donovan Wilson can't cover. He just it's at this point it's like beating a dead horse. Keep having to say Donovan Wilson can't cover, but the man can't cover. He can't do it. So stop trying to make him do it. Put Wanye Thomas in. The linebacker core. We keep seeing Sanborn. We keep seeing Kenneth Murray. Keep seeing Damone Clark. They're not playing good. They're not playing good. So why not let Maris Leafau play? Why not let Shamar James play? Call up Buddy Johnson from the practice squad. Let him play. Quit letting the veterans play just because they're veterans. Put the next guy in and see what he can do. On the defensive line, I'm done with Mozzie Smith. I don't like having to talk about Mozzie Smith. I think listening to people talk about Mozzie Smith is making me I'm gonna pull my hair out if I keep having to watch this man play football. And I need a haircut, but I'm going to yank it out. I'm just going to start yanking it out by hand if I have to continue to watch Mozzie Smith just not give any effort on the football field. He just does not. I don't know if the guy even likes football at this point. He may just be collecting a paycheck. Put somebody else in. Put Jay Toya in. Jay Toya at least hustles. Uh, Marshawn Nealon. should play a little bit more, but he also needs to figure out how to rush the passer. Donovan Ezeraku needs to figure out how to rush the passer, but he should be playing more. Dante Fowler doesn't deserve to play at this point. He has not done anything to prove that he deserves the snaps he's getting. Start taking them away. You're adding Jadeveon Clowney, and Clowney's gonna have to get snaps from somebody. And I'm really hoping Clowney's not gonna just take snaps away from Ezeraku because Ezeraku needs snaps to try to develop. Nealon needs snaps to try to develop. Who we don't need to see anymore is probably Sam Williams and Dante Fowler, to be honest with you. Those two need to take the back seat and let Nealon, let Ezeraku, and let Jadeveon Clowney get the majority, and James Houston get the majority of those snaps at the edge, and just see what happens at this point. Try something new. Try something new because the status quo is not working. And that's why this is the only Cowboys are going to lose if they don't make a change, if they just continue doing this same thing. The definition of insanity is repeatedly doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. If you keep throwing out these same players out there with this same half scheme that they just can't do, you're going to get this same result. And that's the same opposing offense, no matter who it is at this point, going up and down the field at will. Russell Wilson throws for almost 500 yards against the Cowboys. A week later, he's benched. That is how. That shouldn't be possible. You cannot throw for 500 yards one week and then just be just horrendous the next. It shows you how bad you are playing. And right now, that's the Cowboys. They're just bad. They're bad on defense. So if they do not make a change, if they continue this same stupidity, they're going to lose. Well, that's this week. Uh, it doesn't feel positive. I This feels negative. This was a nice little rant. I got to just rant for a minute because that's what it felt like it needs. And I'm sure the review is going to be a rant because it's probably not going to go good. I hope it goes good. I really do. I hope the Cowboys can win this game. It would be nice for the Cowboys to win this game. It would be nice to see them not look absolutely atrocious. It would be nice to be able to just enjoy watching the game because it's 4 weeks in and I'm already at the point where it's like, is it the off season yet? And that's, I think, the beauty of the NFL is the only thing that you spend 8 months wanting, and then it comes here and you're like, oh, can it already end? And that's the gloriousness of the NFL. But that's this week. I'll be back for the review episode. Let's go, Cowboys. Let's pull off a miracle at this point. But hey, Cleveland did it. If Cleveland can do it, there's hope, guys. That's it. Good night. Y'all enjoy yourselves.